Hi. So, I am trying my hardest to get all of these minecarts to go over here and go away. They are determined to bump each other and, do whatever they can to come back again. But I did get a few more of the ones on the other side filled in. I ran out of white though. I was having trouble with getting the, not trouble, but I accidentally put blue in the white, and I think I put white in the blue yesterday, but I didn't mean to. Either way, I fixed it, but then I ran out of white to put in the over there, so I came over here so I could get it to come over, and like I said, we're having a little bit of trouble. I don't know, I think I started saying we're because like we are having trouble because it's me and all of you, or because it's me and my husband, or me and the cats, I don't know. So, so this isn't really Minecraft related, but something that's got me a little worried, just a little, is that, a lot of my family has passed away in the last few years on my mom's side. And, it's kind of crazy because, like, all the people on my dad's side, they've got some kind of they got a little bit of problems. Like my uncle, I think, had a mild heart attack. My aunt seems to be allergic to like everything. My other aunt had like this big mass in her stomach or something like that. I can't remember what they said, but anyway, as soon as she got that taken out, she was all good. So, we got some weird problems in our family. But it's my mom's side of the family that's been passing away. I can't remember if Robert was first or my Aunt Ruth, but my Aunt Ruth's son Robert, Anyway, when those two passed away, that was a while ago, a really long time ago. My cousin Cindy. Oh, my cousin. Oh my gosh. Well, it was. Yeah, I think it was my cousin Cindy. Yeah, cause if you're, I mean, if you've got a sister, and they have a kid, then that makes your kid their kid's cousin. Yeah. So okay. So anyway, my cousin Cindy got like she finally got married, um, and then died a couple of days after that in a car wreck. Um, I don't know the details, so don't ask. Um, and we've had cancer, we've had liver, kidney, whatever it was. There's been a whole bunch of different things that people have been going through on my mom's side of the family. And so my Aunt Robin, she just passed away January 2024. So they decided not to have a memorial or a funeral or anything. I was kind of looking forward to trying to figure out how to get down there. I wanted to go by train. But like when I went down to my dad's house for Thanksgiving, you know, that was okay because I know a lot of the towns between here and Fairfield where my dad lives. And you know, so it wasn't so scary. It was just, okay, make sure that you've got all your luggage bags. So it's like, okay, you know, I've got that. I've got this, you know, it's all good. God's traveling with me, you know, it's good. So, you know, I made it there and back safely. And, you know, my stepmom and my grandma are like, you were so brave. And it's like, I was just traveling on a train. I mean, it was my first time traveling on a train that wasn't in an amusement park. Well, I guess you can call the one at Old Town Sacramento kind of a amusement park kind of thing too. So, anyway, you know, I was kind of looking forward to going and seeing the family. I haven't seen Uncle Billy Jack in forever. I mean, my goodness, my cousin Chrissy was like 9 years old at the time. And they had a Chihuahua, I think it's Chihuahua, named Rosie or Rose or something like that, I think. That was probably forever ago. So, I don't know how old Chrissy is now, but she's probably at least older than my daughter. So, I don't know. I don't remember. But anyway, you know, I was kind of looking forward to going and seeing them. I would have been freaking out, you know, because I don't know all the little cities in between here and there, you know. You know, it's different when you know. It's kind of scary when you don't. So, well, for me, it's really scary because I'm like, I don't know where I am. Where am I? But, when I went down for Thanksgiving, I got a new, bigger suitcase. And it's still smaller than the one that my husband got. You know, my husband's a tall guy, so he got the bigger suitcase. And I don't know how he did it, because I thought we got the same size. And he actually got a bigger one. And then there's one that... and then there's my suitcase, the newest one, that's a little bit smaller than the one that he got, and then the one that I originally got, which is even smaller. It's kind of funny. Okay, so we got all of them over there. If we can get any of them to continue, that'd be great. I don't know how much of this up here that's already set up is the red and which one's the white. I think this is all red. We don't need any more red until I figure out that color scheme at the one part. Okay, red. Wait, is this all red? Yeah, okay. See, I have it going up all the way over here, but I'm trying to get these to come down here to all this. And I'm trying to get these to go that way too. And this is all white. Yeah, this is all white. So the idea was that we'd come up here, get the reds and whites from here, make them go into their respective areas, and I mean, the areas that they're supposed to be in, and it'd be all good. And then we were going to go over here and do the same thing. I just haven't been able to do it yet. Because these are being stubborn. What else can we talk about besides well, I got my Dreamlight Valley video done, and I'm posting videos. Oh, that last one, there's no issues. Okay, so I'm posting more videos for you to enjoy later in the year. I've actually got to go through my videos and make sure that there's one for every day, because I didn't even think about it. I don't know if I have one for every day of January. I think I do, though, because I was saying at one point all I need is a couple of videos for January and I'd be all good. So I'm hoping I remembered that right. I mean, correctly. Especially since today I would have to go and, because I like to have the whole entire month in one shot. So, I mean, I like having the month that I need to have done. So, like, I don't have to worry about it. And if there's a day when I really don't feel like recording, that hasn't happened lately, but there are some days when I'm just like, I don't feel like recording. I just want to play, or I've got editing to do on one of my stories and I just can't do it that day. I've got to get back into that too. So normally I play my game like Minecraft here. Normally I'll play my game and I'll listen to my stories at the same time, but that causes a slight problem, very slight. It causes the problem that I can't see the words, and trying to force myself to actually watch the words going on the screen doesn't help very much. I mean, it would help if I could concentrate on it, but after a while I'm like, why am I watching this? But it's little things like YOUR and YOU''RE. Sometimes when I'm typing it, I get it backwards. I know the difference and everything, but sometimes I just, I do it backwards. So since I type it backwards sometimes, I don't know that it's a typo until all of a sudden I have a book that the original publication had a typo in it. So I'm trying to be better than some of the other books, because my husband's found some typos in his favorite books. So what am I doing? He's found some typos, and I'm like, how could the editor not catch that? And then I'm just like, that wasn't very good of them to not catch that. So I'm trying to make sure that every single book I come out with does not have any typos. It's a work in progress, and it might happen one of these days to where there's definitely no typos. But so far, the one thing that I was a little worried about, I don't know why, because I'm a stickler for that. One of my favorite books has a slight issue where the character's name is Bess, Bess, and for some reason, the person who wrote that book, because I don't believe it was the original author, because rumor is she passed away long ago. She did the first 8 yellow Nancy Drew books. Well, they're yellow now. They weren't always yellow back when. The Nancy Drew Mysteries. She did the first 8 of those, and I don't know who's been writing them since. Maybe she wrote them. I don't know. But for, like I said, for that book, it was Beth instead of Bess, and I'm like, how did they not see that, for one? And for two, that's not her name. So, anyway, I don't want typos like that in my books either. I want to make sure that, got everybody's names right, spelled correctly. There's actually some names in my book that I'm like, I spelt it one way in one chapter and I spelt it another way in another chapter. And I couldn't figure out how I wanted to spell it. Or like, one of my characters in a later book is named Allie. And she's got a twin brother named Brad. Because I figured that Brad and Allison might want, kind of a junior, but not having a junior all at the same time. Brad was the best I could come up with for Brandon, And then Allie might be a shorter version of Allison. I don't know. I was having a hard time with their names. And then I was having a problem because they're supposed to be pregnant twice, I think. And I can't think of names for the other 2 kids. And I don't want them to have a miscarriage or anything like that. So, I don't know what I'm going to do. I haven't been working on any of my stories lately. And that's really bad, probably. I've been working on this. But I did find out that at one point in the story, okay, so like the story flows, because it's an ongoing series, but the story flows until a certain book, And then it's like, wait, when did this person get introduced? When did that person get introduced? Why are we skipping from here to there? Stuff like that. And it does not make any sense. So I gotta fix that. And as soon as I do, then it'll be great. That might be the book. Okay, yeah, it might be the book First Son that I came up with all that weirdness where, things just don't make sense anymore. Because the thing in the story is that Sean had an evening with one of the other characters. She's an Amazon from the Amazon island that I'm hoping actually isn't in the ocean somewhere between Ireland and New York, but if there is, I was not referencing that at all. This is, in my head, a made-up island. But he had an evening with her, and they made a baby. So so that baby happens to be a son, and in this case specifically, in the other book, First Son specifically, that is his and Ashley's son. So it's like even more special because it's their first son. They've had 3 daughters at that point. I think I was going to make him 2 years younger than Rose, but then I was trying to change his age, and yeah, I got to make a decision on that. I think he's supposed to be 2 years younger though, and there's a funny part in the book where Oliver says, and I think it's a boy, and Sean, when they finally get Sean to pay attention, because I don't remember what was happening at that point, he goes, wait a minute, that was my hopeful ear. What did you say? Because they went into the doctors because there's definitely something different, going on. And when I was pregnant with my son, I had a cyst on my ovary. And I don't know why. I don't know what cysts are really, but, it was already collapsing, so it wasn't a big deal. But by the time we went to the doctor, it was already collapsing. It wasn't too big of a deal, and it didn't come back, so, So anyway, because of that experience, I decided to write that into my story. I thought it was an interesting experience that I had when I was pregnant, and it was really weird because, I didn't have morning sickness in the morning. I always had it, around 11. 11 to 1 or something like that, and I was fine the rest of the day. And my husband did not understand that. But that was, almost 17 years ago, so. think I was working at the movie theater then. I don't quite remember. But, well, at least at the beginning of my pregnancy, I was working at the movie theater. Okay, he was born in March, and I know I was working in the movie theater in October. So, before he was born. Okay, this is getting annoying. Let's see if we can get any of them to go over there. So they're supposed to go over there to that high spot. And then they're supposed to drop off again. So if we can get enough of these to go over there. Oh, and that was a weird thing earlier. If we can get enough of these to drop over there, then maybe there won't be such a traffic jam. Oh, wow. Okay, so earlier I lost it. Hold on. Yeah, I lost it. Never mind. Should have finished my sentence and then... Anyway. I've been having fun doing this project. Well, one of the things that was happening earlier was that I accidentally put the blue in the white and the white in the blue or something like that. Oops. I don't know why, but if it's a dirt block, it goes away. If it's a redstone, it stays there. If you can explain that to me, that would be awesome. Okay, no issues found. I gotta fix that. I don't want issues. I just gotta, continue on with my project. Okay, no issues. Okay, and then 18. It was actually pretty cool yesterday. We went and, went and made my regular, Dreamlight Valley video and made a Minecraft video, and I was able to make, GTA video. Made a whole bunch of videos yesterday. Okay, wait a minute. There we go. Thought I fixed that. I don't know. Okay, so... So I do got that set up the way... Yeah. Okay, so I got that stuck, that there. See, it bounced off. Nobody's coming this way. Come on. One, two, three, four, five. Number 5 is being a baby rhino. If you don't know what a baby rhino is, it's from the original Jumanji with Robin Williams. That, you know, they had a scene where somebody's in the car. I want to say it was the aunt. Anyway, was in the car and just watching all these animals run down the road. And the rhino at the end, I don't think it was a baby, but, you know, we always say baby rhino for some reason. The rhino was, you know, like that last animal that finally went down the road. So, kind of wish Robin Williams was still with us. What you making this time?
Sandwich.
Oh, with bread? Oh, with hoagie bread. Summery sandwich bread. I can't have that, so he made sure that he got the bread that he wanted. And I'm okay with that. Kind of upset that they don't have a digest bread better pill. They've made it so you can digest dairy better, but you can't, but you don't have a digest bread better. Just seems like like they're letting us down.
I thought of something with your current lineup there.
Huh.
Put that activator rail back in if you're trying to run it down a little further.
Huh?
Run redstone to the activator rail. Then when you push one of your carts, it's going to go to the next spot where there's no power. That top rail you were just working with.
Yeah, but see, I'm trying to get the carts to go over here.
Okay.
That's the problem, because they don't want to go over there. They're like, I want to go anywhere that you don't want me to go.
I'm just saying you can run power to the rails and then up there.
Yeah, I'm going to. I'm going to. I just haven't done it yet.
Weird stuff you think of in the shower.
Yes. So he thinks of ways to video game better in the shower, and I think of story ideas. Sometimes I think of how certain companies upset me, but anyway. Yeah, because I'm not making money right now because of them. Anyway, I still think that there's got to be a program out there somewhere that can and will pay me for driving my in-laws places, because they can't drive themselves. Well, my mother-in-law doesn't have a driver's license, so that's where that one comes in. But my father-in-law, his eyes just aren't the best anymore, and I just fixed that. Oh, okay. He says I took it out and put it right back in before taking out the other piece, so yeah. So, yeah. Now I'm trying to get all the white ones, like I said, to go over there on the other side. And I don't know how I'm going to do that. This is very much a slow and go project. It just means it's taking forever. Slow and go is a thing that my husband says on certain things because they're taking like forever. They're not really taking forever, like literally, but it feels like it. That's what people mean when they say it's taking forever. And it's usually people like my sister that, like she's been standing in line for 5 minutes and says that she's been there for 2 hours. Or like that Walmart shopper that just got there and I've been here forever. You need to help me. It's like, no, you see those 6 people standing in line? They got here first. I actually saw some people get really hostile. One year, it was, the Black Friday deal. There was supposed to be a specific camera on sale, and for some reason, they didn't have it out yet. Either it didn't show up to the store, or I can't remember what the reason was. Anyway, either it didn't show up to the store or it wasn't supposed to be on sale until a specific time. And the customers did not understand. They were being mean. I think security even got called that time. That year, I think it was my first Black Friday. And I saw this during my break or my lunch, one of those two. While I was walking toward the back room to go to break or lunch. And I was worried that somebody was going to get hurt. But they figured it out. Somebody got over there and calmed the customer down. Or told him it didn't matter how mean he wasn't getting that camera because he had been mean. I don't know. I can't remember. Because that was a few years ago. That was like 4 years ago. Wait, how long have you been working at Walmart?
Close to 4 years.
Okay, so he's been working close to 4 years, so that was about 3 years ago. Because I started on January 17th, the same year that my husband started, and then I got him the job in September. And that was really cool because sometimes we actually got to go to work together. Sometimes I had to go and catch the bus or walk to get to work, but then we got to go home together. It was pretty nice. The only thing was that we had to work in different departments because Walmart's worried if one person gets upset, then the other person's going to get upset, and so, or like on, oh, okay, I don't understand why that's that way, and I'm going to fix it now. Anyway, or like, if one person gets a higher position in the company, like to some kind of manager, and the other person's still under them, you know, the other person's still working in the department, that, you know, the spouse won't, the spouse won't listen to orders. Which I don't know if I would or not.
You would not.
I really
No,
don't
you
know
wouldn't.
if I would. I
Spend much
probably,
longer than following.
I at the moment try to go and make sure that he's the better manager. The better manager. He's one of the good ones, but, you know, sometimes when he gives orders, it's like, go and do that, and it's not like, you know, he doesn't say it nicely. So I'm trying to make sure that he's the better manager and, you know, says stuff nicely, like he should. I don't know what this is all about, because that one was white and the one next to it was white, and they're all white, so I don't know. But I messed this up a little bit. Okay, so it comes back over here, and then it goes up there, and then it should go here, but that's not going to work. So I will just put it there. What?
If you're looking to load carts, they gotta go under the.
I know. I know, but I got it, and I'm gonna use that. I just don't know exactly how yet.
Yes, like I said, part of those rails.
In theory, this is gonna work. This is a temporary thing anyway, so. See, it just needed to go down there. And I've got it to where it cannot go anywhere else.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, what I could do, which would make more sense.
Straight down.
Yeah. And then there and there. See, I think this is the last set that's actually prepared already. So. Okay. Oh, is that what I was hearing? Is the crinkling what I was hearing? Okay, because I was hearing a ripping piece of cloth. Good. I hear some weird things sometimes.
Maybe use the washing machine.
Yeah, except for that I don't have 2 hours at least to dedicate to it because I've got to leave at 4. Well, maybe. And since our dryer's outside in the shed, I refuse to go out after dark unless he's with me. And he's got the late shift tonight. Why can't Walmart just give him a straight, normal schedule? Oh, I don't like that idea. He says the late shift would give him the normal schedule would give him the late shift. What? How are you supposed to do team lead stuff if this other person over here is telling you to do grunt work? Be careful. We got some weird drivers around here. You know, the kind that, you know, every single one of them thinks that they should be first, even though they're not.
Apparently I've acquired a key to the thing.
Yeah, the one that you were supposed to take over to go get fixed or something. Or find the 1620 key. Battery. I don't know if we can do that. Technically. But that's what they were talking about doing. I like that one locked. So we got a metal storm door, screen door, whatever you want to call it. And I should have given you a better view. Anyway, whatever you want to call it. Oh, I think that's supposed to have Paul Walker in it. I didn't know that was on here. Cool. Okay. It's the movie 8 Below. I think it's supposed to have Paul Walker in it. It's supposed to have somebody I like watching in movies. Speaking of that, I did not know that they made a remake or a sequel, whatever it is, to Mean Girls. I thought it was weird that everybody was talking about Mean Girls all of a sudden when it's like, you know, at least 10 years old, I think. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. You know, because I don't know why. I just got the feeling that maybe Lindsay Lohan watches YouTube too, and she might see my video. That would be really cool if I had, you know, like a famous celebrity watching my videos. Well, I know I have one. If it's him. So, I actually had contact with somebody claiming to be Vin Diesel, and he has a picture and everything, and if it really is him, that's way cool. If it isn't, it's still kind of cool. Well, it's still cool, but I thought that was really awesome. And I remember way back when on my Facebook, it was just, you know, it was a thing to where they could talk to the fans and see what they wanted in the next movie, you know. And I said that it would be really cool if Jason Statham, I said the transporter, but Jason Statham was in the next movie, and they put him in. Although I liked him a lot better as a transporter. I'm sorry. Although I really liked the one where Dom finds out that he has a son, and Jason Statham's character has to go and rescue the baby, and he's totally talking to the baby like he's a real person, because some people don't talk to babies like they're real people. They're not going to understand, but he's talking to him like he's a real person. There was a scene where he sniffed the air and he goes, "Is that you?" And baby's like, "Nope, not me." Anyway, it was cute. I love that scene. And it kind of brought up something, in movies, there's like babies in, certain scenes, and like there's shooting going on in those scenes, and you're like, did they actually shoot that gun off with the baby in the scene, or did they do the shooting and have the baby in the scene right after that, or what? Of course, I can't think of any movies besides, at the moment, I can't think of any movies besides Fast and Furious that have that situation. Sure, there's something, though. Okay, let's try that again. There we go. Yeah, I guess gotta move that. Okay. Note that. Keep looking at the clock because I know that I've got to take them to that appointment. Still can't believe that she won't take my advice and go to the doctor here. But those people are nice, so. I mean, she doesn't have to take my advice, but it probably would help if she did, because, we wouldn't have to be using so much gas to get to the one that she's using right now. I mean, because she doesn't, I don't think that she thinks of, how much gas is in the car, even though she asks. I don't think she thinks of how much gas is in the car when it's time to, go places and do things, and how much gas is this going to take to go this far, or to all the stops that we have to do today. Yep, speaking of that, I better text my other sister. Okay, so I got two sisters. And one, one's in Northern California and the other one's in Southern California. So the one in Northern California has a daughter, my niece, of course, and she loves books, apparently. So I was going to send her the 2 Christmas books. I was going to send them in December, and I forgot. Or we ran out of money to do it. Something like that. Probably we ran out of money, because I was, on it I was going to send those books. So anyway, I finally did get to send those books just the other day. And I sent a copy of Peter Pan because for some reason we had a second copy and never took it back to the store to get something else. So I'm like, she might like this. I don't know. It's got Tinkerbell in it, so Wendy, and although she might like Peter Pan, I don't know. Cause my sister gave me a generalization. She likes stuff the toddlers like. And it's like, I don't have a toddler. I don't know what toddlers like. And I didn't know anybody in the store that would have an answer. I know most of the people are older than me, so, I don't know. So I went with, the one thing that I've had since my niece she was either less than a year old or she was a year old. And I bought her the advent calendar for Christmas. I was going to send it, and then I was like, well, I don't want to send it until she doesn't rip up books, because most kids go through a rip up books phase. It's not that the books are bad or anything, it's just that, kids aren't careful at that age. So, I didn't want to send it until she was at an age where she doesn't rip up books. So as soon as I heard that she doesn't rip up books, I was like, yeah, we're sending this. And we had an extra copy of Peter Pan for some reason. I don't remember buying an extra copy of Peter Pan, but I probably did, because, like, for the longest time we didn't have Peter Pan. And then it was at the store, and we got it then. And then we had another copy, and I don't know why, but it was still wrapped in plastic, so okay, I know, never assume, but I'm assuming it's a good copy, and that, she'll be happy with it if she likes the movie. I liked Peter Pan when I was a kid, and of course I'm female, so I know it's not PC to say female anymore, but I still think it's really weird that my other sister, my other niece, she, their whole school, they're not allowed to say him or her. They have to say them and they, and it's just weird. Really, really weird. Although there's apparently some hymns that want to be hers and hers that want to be hymns, and I don't know. Okay, so we've almost got all these put away. Oh, you know what would help? There. So I had to go and kill my battery on my phone just to make sure that I'd have it. I wanted a full battery when we go down there, since we're probably not going down there. I mean, we're definitely not going down there with my husband. And even though I know my father-in-law knows where it is, and I'm hoping he's going to come with us. Even though I know he knows where it is, I just want to make sure that if anything happens, that we're all good, you know. Although we're going in the Subaru, so there shouldn't be any problems. Okay, so if we can get this one down there. Yeah. Okay. These ones are red, I believe. Yeah, these ones are red. So, we're not going to move all these. I just want to move this one. Oh my goodness. Okay, so if we can get the white ones to behave themselves and actually go where I want them to go, that'd be great. Okay, when I'm saying white ones, just in case you're, you know, starting this in the middle or something, I'm talking fireworks. There's red, there's white, and there's blue. Again, 4th of July is our Independence Day here in America, and it's got fireworks, so I usually come up with a 4th of July fireworks display every year. This time I'm moving it from here to way over there because in the story, when you go from town, part of town is over here. So when you go from town or the mansion way over there to the airport, there are no fireworks. So because of that, I wanted to move the fireworks display. I should have moved it in the first place, but it was like I'd already started putting in a lot of the fireworks last year. So, you know, so I couldn't just go and start moving it. So I went and made it as great as I could, and then now I'm moving it. Now, the cool thing about moving it, though, is that it can now be even better. Come on, you're going the wrong way. Yeah, they're all going the wrong way. I'm just thinking if I can get them to all go the correct direction, it would help. The only problem with doing it this way, though, is that some of them, you know, like the one minecart gets stuck in the other minecart. I don't know if you've ever seen that, but I've actually done it. I had a small track, like maybe 20 at the most. I had a small track, and I had like 20 minecarts on there. Pretty sure it was 20, and they all had a villager in them. And then all of a sudden, there was one track, and one cart. You know, I had 20 before, and then all of a sudden I had one cart and 20 villagers in that same cart. It was crazy. So, like, with these, it looks like there's one cart, and then you go over to the other side, and you find out it's not that way, because it's actually two carts in the same spot, and you haven't dislodged them yet. It was really weird. Okay, so we're gonna go over here and hopefully show you what the heck I'm talking about. Like that. Those two are like attached to each other, but they merge into each other. I don't know if it's supposed to happen like that or not. Oh, that might help if I, you know, like fix that. I mean, finish that. Okay. Now let's see if we can... Okay. Here's the rhino. Or I was thinking it's Vin Diesel on Fast and the Furious leading the pack. Depends on what, you know, which movie you like. Of course, this one would end up being Paul Walker, because that's the next one I thought of, but he wasn't that slow. He was always, you know, just a few seconds behind. So, we can't prove it one way or the other, but I wonder who would have won in a real race on a real track. Vin Diesel or Paul Walker? Just wondering. Well, I should say I can't prove it. I'm thinking maybe they've got a few behind the scenes that we didn't get to see. Oh, and the other thing is that I'm hoping that they didn't actually kill off everybody and they just, you know, like, kind of crashed them. No. See, that's the reason. You know, like they crashed them, but they didn't actually kill them off. I don't know. Sorry, that might have been a little bit of a spoiler alert if you're waiting for, you know, the second half. But that's what I'm hoping. I'm also hoping that they have Grease in the theaters this year again. Um, I'm also thinking that we definitely need to find a cure for cancer. You know, the cure all for cancer. My mom heard at one point that bananas were supposed to help it. But if bananas are supposed to help it, then how come people are still getting it? You know, because there's bananas in a lot of stuff. You can have banana nut bread, you can have bananas by themselves, you can have bananas in your cereal, banana smoothies. Well, banana in smoothies. I don't know if they actually make banana smoothies. You know, there's all kinds of things with banana in it. Banana splits. I know not everybody can have ice cream. Like, my dad can't have ice cream for some reason. And I'm like, okay, so as soon as I started having that same problem where I couldn't digest dairy very well, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get those lactate pills, you know. And we never did for the longest time, and then we finally got them, and I'm like, no problems. Well, now I can't remember what the problem was that I was having. So, is it that I need those, or is it that the problem went away? I don't know. Oh, that's funny. Everything was, usually when I come over here, everything's already spawned in. And this time, it took a moment. Well, like, I know part of that Happy 4th of July sign over there is gonna take a while to spawn, because it goes all the way up to height limit. Don't ask me why I did it. I just thought it would be a great idea. Actually, the reason why it got done that way, is because I want to be able to have that Happy 4th of July sign, shooting off fireworks while we're coming toward the, you know, while we're coming toward it, and then, and then you get to see the fireworks display. Unfortunately, it's going to have to be a drive-through because I still can't figure out how to get it to go off the way I want it to. I mean, I like the idea of it being a drive-through because it's a lot easier, but they're just not shooting off in the spot that I want them to shoot off in. It was too hard to figure out how to wire it. You know, redstone dust. Okay. Okay, so I was going and setting this up to where it would go over there. But that only works if you are doing one color at a time. And since I'm not doing only one color at a time, it was becoming very annoying. So I decided that we would come over here and do the white ones by hand, the way that we were doing it. Which seems stupid, but I'm gonna have to do it that way. Do the white ones by hand, and then do the blue ones with the automation. So, yeah, this is gonna be my fireworks display. I'm probably gonna end the video soon. I totally ran out of stuff to talk about. Usually, you know, it's like, I've been doing this and I've been doing that, and I actually had a day off yesterday. So, there wasn't much to talk about. You know, I watched my YouTube videos and I worked on this and I, you know, made videos and talked about whatever the heck, you know, because I always talk about whatever. You know, I always talk about whatever. Oh, so over on the other side, I'm gonna, I've got a track like that to go and get the blue ones from the other side of the grand finale. You know, I told you the grand finale is huge. So the one side is red, white, and blue stripes, and the other side was supposed to be an American flag. It didn't quite work the way I wanted it to, though. I'll have to figure it out. So, the movie is 8 Below. I don't know if that's because there's 8 people in the group and they're at the bottom of the world, let's say, or if it's 8 below 0 outside, or what. We've had times when it was negative 14 degrees outside, and I imagine that, you know, places like Montana have had colder winters than that. Of course, I remember that negative 14 degrees because my cat dragged me out in it. He's like, I want to go for my walk. And I'm like, but it's 14 below outside. He didn't care. Wanted to go for his walk. I believe that walk actually got cut short. So I'm like, I don't want to be out here. This is too cold. This is before we discovered the really cool sweatshirts at Walmart. They're the ones that are bright yellow or bright orange. And they're in the men's section. And they are like the warmest sweaters. I mean, it's just a sweatshirt, but it's warm. It's really, really warm. It's like having that winter coat on, but it's a sweatshirt. So, okay, I'm starting to think I need to make this redstone and powered rail, because this part of it's getting annoying. What else? Okay, so coming up in April, May, something like that, there's gonna be no more like September update, June update, April update for Dreamlight Valley, just in case you watch those videos too. And there will be just the December update. And then after a while, in July or August, there'll be just the stuff for Eternity Isle. Well, Dreamlight Valley and Eternity Isle. Because, you know, some of the Star Path stuff has to do with both sides. That is so annoying. You know, I should be going around and harvesting all of the stuff from both sides, but I haven't done that yet because I've been busy trying to get the Dreamlight duties for Eternity Isle done. I don't know what you actually call them, because the thing in Eternity Isle is mist. And so if you don't have the expansion, you may want to skip those videos. I made sure that the ones for Eternity Isle definitely say Dreamlight Valley Eternity Isle. I didn't know what else to call them, so like it could have been Dreamlight Valley expansion, but then what if there's a new expansion? And you know, like say come July they come out with a new expansion, you know, then it would be expansion 1 and expansion 2. But if you don't know what either one of the expansions are, then that doesn't make any sense. So I made sure that it's Eternity Isle, and then the next one will be like, say, Alice in Wonderland. You know, as an example. I don't know that that's coming out. I just threw that out there. Actually, I'm kind of hoping. Okay, I was really expecting us to have, you know, we got Vanellope, so I'm expecting us sometime this year, maybe, to get Wreck-It Ralph, and then Wreck-It Ralph go and pull those logs and things out of the areas in the Vitalis Mines and find Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. That's what I was thinking. I added Wreck-It Ralph after my husband suggested it. It's like, yeah, that sounds great. You know, you know. So I'd already put in that I wanted Snow White and Seven Dwarfs, and exactly where I thought they were. And then he suggested, yeah, and Wreck-It Ralph can go and get the debris out of the way. And it's like, yeah, okay. And then my personal idea on Dreamlight Valley for the Skull Rock is that Peter Pan and Captain Hook were having an argument. They pretty much got sent to timeout, and then the forgetting happened, and they got stuck there. And maybe Tinkerbell was sent in there, but you know, I don't know why I just added Tinkerbell the other day. Maybe she's in there too, for some reason. And so that's my whole idea on those two spots. I'm thinking that if they bring Atlantis characters, that it'll probably be the Eternity Isle people. I don't remember the Atlantis movies very, very well. Did I see it, actually? I think I saw Milo's, you know, the first one, Milo's Adventure, or whatever it's called. And I think we saw number 2, but I don't actually remember. And if we did, it was so long ago, because that was back when you could get the movies from the library and not have to pay a fee. But like I think with the Amazon Prime and other book services, Amazon Prime was the only one I could think of, besides Nook, but that's really back there in the day, so I don't know if that's even still a thing. Or wasn't there a Fire something and I'm sure Apple had something. I don't know. Anyway, with all those book services out there, the library's kind of not getting visited as often anymore. It's still a great way to get books if you're too poor to get all those other places. All those other things. I don't think that's really fair that people charge to for people to read books. Buying the book so you can keep it at home, yeah, but like you have to go and pay the $9.99 a month or whatever it is, and then on top of that you have to pay 99 cents a book or $10 a book or whatever it is. That's ridiculous. We've pretty much been poor all of our lives, so me and my husband, so I think of those things. I think of that person that wants to read that book but can't afford it. And like if I saw a kid in the store, any store, and they wanted to read it, they wanted a book, I would totally want to help them get that book so they could read it. Because there's too many kids playing video games, watching TV a lot, stuff like that, and stuff like I did when I was a kid. Obviously, I'm still doing video games. I listen to TV, but I don't actually watch TV too much anymore. When I do, it's the game shows. I would really actually like to be able to watch. You know what? As I was going to stop this stream because it was getting kind of boring. Because it's the same thing over and over and over again. I'm sure you guys are going to get bored eventually. If you haven't already. But yeah, then I distracted myself. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna get this over there, and then I'm gonna stop the stream. I've got an alarm going off in 1 hour and 10 minutes. I want to try to get something to eat. I don't know what. Yeah, it is Paul Walker. Okay. Cool. I'll have to watch this later. See, I've got it on, I've got it playing on YouTube, but, it's the movie 8 Below, if you've forgotten. Anyway, I've got it playing on there, but I don't want the speaker up, so it doesn't get on my movie. My video. Yeah. So I have a question though. Okay, so that's all blue. It's all full. That's empty. See, that's that's exactly what happens. Well, that's possibly too many. Okay, I may have pulled up more than I meant to. But that's okay, because if they disappear, there's a lot more where that came from. And we can always, get more. Okay, so this is the way we normally do this. So I gotta say though, I was not a big Paul Walker fan when he was in She's All That. I think I decided to be a Paul Walker fan when, okay. I think I decided to be a Paul Walker fan when he was in, Fast and Furious. And then I realized that he was in the movie Joyride. Now, the movie Joyride scares me. And I don't like it. I mean, I like the movie, and I like the movie, and I will watch it, but and it's not Paul Walker's fault that it scares me either. And yes, I know he's no longer with us, but yeah, it's not him that lies the problem. It's the guy driving the big rig. That scares me because he's going over and trying to kill them. I know I talk about the weirdest stuff during streams, but yeah, that's what he's trying to do. Of course, it's partly their fault because they're like, oh, there's a CB in here, let's go mess with people. And so they did, but they didn't realize that they had the one trucker that was gonna, try to cause problems. Which I don't think that's very fair because there's truckers out there that are perfectly normal. And then there may be truckers that are like that guy that I just described, but hopefully they're all perfectly normal. In fact, I don't know if he's still doing that, but one of the guys, one of the men at our church in Fairfield, used to drive a truck. He delivered to grocery stores. I think it's a specific grocery store, but I don't remember which one, so I don't want to give out wrong information. Okay, so I'm going to get these 3 here, and then I'm going to stop the stream. Oh, and you notice I've got the white ones set up to fill in right now, but I don't have that set up. So I don't know how I'm going to do that, but I've got this set up to where it's going to go over here to the other side and do the same thing that I did over here. And I may go and fill in the white ones and then just have the blue ones fill in with the setup. I don't know. I'm undecided. I just know that they all need to be filled in, and then I gotta go and figure out the next set of fireworks after these red, white, and blue ones. I don't know what the pattern was, and I don't know if I want to change up the pattern or what. I don't know if he was teasing or not, but one of my YouTubers that I totally thought was from America, he said that English is his second language, so... I mean, he said stuff like that before, and then it wasn't really true, but they said English was his second language. And it's like, okay, I thought you were totally from here, but that's cool. Or at least from an English-speaking country, He speaks it so well. Although, like I said, he he's said weird stuff like he's 100 years old or something like that. And it's like, yeah, 100 years old in Minecraft years. Maybe. Okay. So again, that's the next set right there. And I've got to figure out what the pattern was. I'm probably going to break out my Excel files and write it down there. Even if it's on the YouTube page, I mean the YouTube one, I'll probably end up writing it down and making sure that everything is perfect. So, I hope you're having a great day. I'm totally ending this right now. I hope you're having a great day. Know that you are enough. You are important. You do matter. There's nothing you cannot solve or handle, even work in school and algebra. I can't solve algebra, but I'm sure you can. I don't get it. But I've got confidence that you can. Or whatever other problems you've got. Like, maybe you have the same problem I do, where it seems like most of your family is passing away recently. It will be okay. See, with me, I wanted Aunt Cheryl to stick around, but I think God was pretty much saying no. And then with my mom, it was like, I need her. God was saying, I need her. So I didn't like the idea at first, but, I got my head around it. She's not suffering anymore. She kicked cancer's butt, but she had, like, diabetes, and, they said she had COVID. She was coughing an awful lot, so it could be, coughing, she was doing that an awful lot, so it could be. I don't know. But, she has some things. And then, Aunt Robin, I've been talking about her a lot lately. I got the feeling that God was saying that he needed Mom and Aunt Robin for the choir. And I'm like, I like that idea, My mom was one of those people that, like, she wouldn't even go up and do karaoke, but in the last few years, she had been going up in front of the church and singing church songs with Aunt Cheryl and Aunt Mickey. And like I said, Aunt Cheryl went, and Mom, and then now Aunt Mickey's the last one. But I'm not feeling like he's saying I need her for the choir. I'm feeling like he's saying I'll hold off for a while. So hopefully he won't change his mind for a while, but yeah, I'm seriously hoping for that one. Anyway, now that I've gone off on that tangent again, I will see you in the next video.